friends, welcome back to my channel. For today, we're going to be getting back into our Valentine tutorials, and I'm really excited to share the new printable from my shop. And so that is going to be the Valentine greeting card dollar download. I know you guys really love dollar downloads, and you also love to see all the different kinds of projects that you can create with them. So I'm going to have a tutorial for you. We're going to create this card, and then make sure you stay tuned to the end because I have 3 more projects and I'll share the different techniques that I use to create them. I also want to mention before we get started that I am using the printable in the size it was designed. I didn't do any cropping. I didn't do any editing to it. I just opened it in Word and printed it exactly how it is, and I was able to create these full-size projects with that. So let's get into it. So I just wanted to very quickly cover the different parts of the printable before we jump in to the tutorial. So we've got our low contrasting pink check. This is meant to be the background, and a much more vibrant pattern. This is the layering pattern. I have a background which has some sweet little hearts there, and a neutral background so that the layering will show on top of it. The tag has that sweet little vintage couple and a nice red border so that you can choose to cut your tag out larger or smaller. I have a border strip of sweet little hearts and of course a sentiment. You can either cut this out with the white border so that it will look more like ephemera, or right on the red. You can also clip it so that you remove those tails to make it a little bit smaller. So I really love this printable and I had a lot of fun working with it. Let's go ahead and get started on our tutorial. So for this card I am making a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and I'm deciding to add 2 layers of cardstock for this. I'm putting it up on a spacer so that we can build dimension. I'm just going to pull it a little closer to me so that I can see over top of it and get it centered, and that will be the base. So then I have my beautiful pink check, and I cut this down so that the pink border would be a little bit larger just as a design feature. And you'll notice there is a heart-shaped hole cut out of the middle. I want to reserve this portion so that I can bring it up to the top of the card so that I get an additional layering pattern. And so I'll just go ahead and add this with my double-sided adhesive tape. And remember, our border is going to be just a little bit bigger than my usual. So the next pattern I'm bringing in is that more vibrant diagonal stripe, and it's going right here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just disguising that giant hole that I cut in the background. I want to have some of those hearts showing from the border strip. So I just clipped that in half, and then I took my marker that coordinated with it and just ran it around the edge so that the white core of the paper wouldn't show. And I'm just gonna line it up here. So of course I want to cover this with that background so that you can't see where it is joined, but now it looks like it runs the full height of the card. And now I can bring in my background that will disguise the rest of that heart. And I'm leaning a little toward the top just so that I have room for my floral display. So now you can see that we were able to utilize the center of that pink pattern for another layer. And before I add that, I do want to include this pretty little heart doily die cut. This came from Bo Bunny. I've had this for quite a few years, and it doesn't cut out the center exactly as I would like it to, but I'm going to hide that with that heart that we cut out, so it's okay that it's more solid in the middle. And so I'm just going to go ahead and add this to that background, and then we'll top it with that heart. Now you can see this die cut did have a stitched border, so it does give it a little bit of extra detail, and it doesn't fit exactly, but it does show that pretty scalloped edge all the way around the top and sides, and just the bottom portion is left. So I think that works pretty well. Even though they weren't designed together, they do work pretty well together. And so now it's time to bring in the tag. For this tag, I did add an eyelet to the top, and I ran a little bit of twine through there and then added it to the back. So I did also add some foam spacers just so we can get a little bit more dimension, and I'm positioning this a little bit lower than the top of the heart so we don't lose what that shape is about. I've got my sentiment here, and I cut that out against the red instead of leaving a white border, and I used my red marker. I think it's a little easier to see on this one, just around the edge so that the white core didn't show. I put a spacer on either side so that it can be supported once it's added to the tag. This portion that will fall over the sides will be perfectly level. I just want to make sure that I get that straight on there, and that will be the sentiment going across the top. So I've got some flowers here. I just made a layered flower with some pink cardstock that coordinated. I've got a couple of smaller flowers here, some red glitter hearts, loopy twine bows, twine, and die cut foliage. I've also included a couple of these little pink berry stems, and I picked this larger stem up from Hobby Lobby a fair bit of years ago, and I've been working off of it ever since. I just find that it's easy to pull these off and then add them to the back. So now I want to position my flower arrangement, and I've got a pretty loopy bow tied from some red wrinkle ribbon, and I'm going to position this all the way to the corner. So these will not extend past the edge, but they'll come right up to it. And since this is pretty heavy, I am adding that with hot glue. So this really helps to anchor this bottom corner. And once I've got it pressed into place, I can come back in and reshape that flower a little bit so that I get a nice dimension from it. So I've got a couple of charms here, and I'll add them to the side, and I'll secure them as I always do with a little bit of hot glue. I'm cutting off the excess string, and then I'll cover that cut edge with this little vintage button. Got a couple of sequins here to add, and I think I want to just kind of bring a little bit of detail out to these two corners. So I'll put a couple on the top and the bottom. I'll just go ahead and secure those with my Tombow. And one last step before we're done is to bring in some stickles and highlight some of the accents. I don't want to go all over and crazy. I just want to lay it in places that could use a little sparkle, like this heart. And I'm just pressing a little bit out and moving it around with the tip of that. And I'll go ahead and add a little bit to these hearts as well, just because it gives them a little extra detail. Okay, so that's all for our card today. Now, if you are like me and you like to finish the inside with pattern paper, I suggest jumping into your stash, since we're crashing our stash for January, and finding a pattern that will coordinate with it, and then finishing off the inside as well. Make sure to leave a small portion for a sentiment to be added, and this card is all set. So you can see how easily it was to stack all these different elements and create a fun card. While I was at it, I created a few more projects, and I just wanted to show you how you can layer these patterns so that you can make different size cards. So this one is a 6x6 card. I used the same double matting as I did for this one, and I was able to stack these in a landscape orientation so that I could cover enough of that background for a 6x6 card. And then on this one, I did leave the white strip around around the sentiment so that you can see it looks a little bit more like an ephemera piece. And then all of the finishing details are similar to our tutorial card, but the doily is just round because I didn't have enough room for that heart die cut to show. So that is my 6x6 card. I was also able to create a slimline card, and I achieved this by utilizing my border for a portion of the background. So I used my ninja layering paper skills to get that on the top and the bottom, and then I covered the portion in the middle with my border, and then I used some of my border strip. I cut that into 4 so that I would have a portion of it showing on all the sides. So this is got similar finishing details as my other card, but instead of just one flower arrangement, I broke it up into 2 so that I could fill a little bit more of that space. And then my more vibrant layering pattern I cut with a dovetail die, and I used a portion of it at the top and the bottom so that I could extend that pattern all the way up and fill in the 9 inches of this card. Now, last but not least, I did want to share a small little home decor wall hanging, and I cut the base for this and all the layers with a coved edged rectangle, just one of the ones I had from my stash that came from Cherryland Designs from back when I designed for them, and it has a pretty stitched edge. So I cut 2 layers of the 110-pound cardstock, and that is a core so that this will be very sturdy. And then I use that same die to cut the pink check as well as my layering stripe, and then I joined them on to the background. I put my border strip here so that I could see all those sweet little hearts, and then added some lace and some red tinsel trim. I have a flower arrangement that is similar to the others, but I swapped out the hearts on that because my larger flower was red, so I put pink on here as my accent, and then 2 bows at the top. So for this wall hanging, I did clip my frame in half and rejoin it so that it would take up a little bit less room in the background, and the sentiment had the tails clipped off so that it would fit within that border, and I tucked it in just so that the words would show behind the tag. So for the tag, I did cut off the outside border. I cut it all the way up to the red border so that it would be a better fit for this size project. And then all of the rest of the finishing details are the same as for my other projects that I shared. And then I did cut one of my stash papers so that it would have a nice finished back on it. It has a little bit of additional ribbon here so that you can hang it and display it with your holiday decor. So this is all of the projects that I created with the Valentine card dollar download. If you're interested in checking that out, I will link it in the description below so you can find it there. I will recommend, if you want to make the full-size projects, to adjust your printer setting to the least amount of margin that it will allow so that these are as big as they possibly can be, so that you'll have more of the patterns to layer and create your projects with. Okay, so this is all for our tutorial today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know in the comments what you would make with this printable, and remember to give me a big thumbs up. There's links in the description for all our social media sites as well. If you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe, and as always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.